Alright, this is Andrew Jolly with Jota Home Inspections. We're here today at 1025 Princeton doing a sewer scope. It is March 12th, 2020. We've got the camera pushed out 132 feet, just about. I'm hitting an offset in the line. I quit running water, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to... There we go. Well, I can barely push it. When I'm running water, it's a lot easier to push that cable out. But there's an offset here at the bottom of the line, and when I'm hitting that, I'm not able to jump my camera over it. If this was closer, if we were only 50 feet out, I'd probably have enough in my cable that I could just push over it. But when I get this far out, I don't have that much force to push over things. Even when I'm running water or if I flush a toilet, I'm not able to get over it. I'm not sure how much is left of the line. I can see a turn. Looks like if you look at the end of the line, how it drops down to the left, that might be the end of it. But I'm not positive. So there's definitely some part of the line that we're not able to see. We're going to pull this back now and record it and see what we find. Bear with me, this might be a little slower than normal because of the way that I have the camera put in the line in this crawl space. It's a little hard to get it situated. One of the things I'm looking at is if you have any standing water that would indicate improper grade. At this point, I'm not sure what type of line this is yet. It's pretty dark at the top, almost like ABS, but I'm not positive. Typically, ABS isn't used outside, they use PVC. And this is a really long line. Typically, a line is only 100 feet out, especially if you're on a corner. But sometimes if you're on a corner, it can be opposite, where you not only have to go to the front of the house, it then turns or goes around the house or something odd. This is still looking like ABS to me, which is good. It means that this has been updated, which is great news. So far. A little bit of standing water, and I definitely saw some standing water as I pushed out. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that. Haven't seen any roots yet, which is good news. I will say there's a clean out in the basement that's very rusted. There's actually a hole on it, and so I wouldn't be surprised if it leaks as it's used. I decided just to avoid touching it and making it worse, and I just went through a smaller clean out. It is possible that if they want me to replace that clean out, I could access the line from the lower point. I might be able to hop over that little offset. The offset is something that can catch on waste and debris and could potentially cause a backup. It's not a very big one, but it's possible. Looks like there's some sort of a transition here. I'm starting to go underwater, so I can't get a real good look at it. Can't tell if those are roots or what's going on right there. But as the camera head starts to go underwater, that's not good. And that's indicating a little bit of a belly right here. And then it stops and looks like cast iron right there. So cast iron is something that'll eventually need to be replaced, just like they've replaced a lot of the line. Based on the age of the house, it was probably cast iron to begin with, and then they replaced it with that plastic. You're seeing a little bit of cast iron here. Probably still have a tiny bit left. This is all cast iron. It gets very rough. It can catch on things. It can cause backups. It gets very thin as it flakes and can crack. It can collapse in on itself. This is very rough looking. So that's not great looking cast. Ooh, that's pretty rough looking. This is the kitchen sink that drains in this spot. I'm not sure, I haven't followed any other drains where the bathroom goes in. I know the laundry room and the kitchen both drain through this area. I'm not positive where the bathroom drains. Okay, now I've got the camera out. So just to recap, it looks like a lot of the line's been replaced with plastic, which is good. You do still have some cast iron, and what the cast iron you do have looks pretty rough. It's pretty dirty. It's flaking a lot. Something that you might have issues with, and that you'll need to clean out and eventually replace. Something odd's going on with my counter. I haven't been paying attention to it for the last little bit, so I'm not sure if it quit counting or what, but we're back in the crawl space, so it's definitely not 27 feet. I'm going to reset it. I'm going to end this recording now.